welcome to another fantastic episode of Tickle.life podcast. And I have a juicy guest that we're going to have a pretty fun conversation about foursomes. So I'm going to let my guest introduce his name and what he wants us to call him. Like, do you have a title? Is there something that you want us to call you as, like, sex guru, sex god?
Well, God's already taken. So since God is taken, I'll go with Horatio. It's okay. I can deal with that.
All right. Do you want to say your full name, Horatio?
Sure. Horatio Stema.
Beautiful. And what story are you going to tell us today?
I'm going to tell you our first foursome after being very experienced in threesomes with men and with women.
Beautiful. And before we get into that story, I like to always ask my guests, do you sleep in the nude or do you sleep with pajamas on?
I sleep with underwear and a t-shirt just because it's comfortable, whatever. My wife, depends on her mood, will sleep either naked or with just a thingamajig, but she's with no underwear and whatever. And she's open for business 24/7. And we're together 13 years. She has never said no to anything at any time. And neither have I. Goes both ways.
Nice. All right. So tell us your story.
Okay. We're together 13 years. My wife is an artist who paints nude women. We met online, love at first sight. Within 2-3 months, we realized that she has interest, but has never been with a woman. I had some experience with women from before I met her when I was divorced in between. We're just actually with a lesbian couple. One of the girls who I stayed great friends with, she knew about my wife knew about her. She was our first threesome, which went awesome. It's a whole nother story, but we'll do that another time. Went great, and we were with her 6 months, weekly, whatever it may be. Been with a couple other women. We felt that let's try a man just to see what it's like and keep everything equal. We tried a couple of men as threesomes. Fun, wasn't quite our cup of tea. Next step, couples. Okay. A little more dynamics. Now 4 people, even forgetting sexually, 4 people have to like each other, which is a bitch, just on a social level.
Yeah, that's challenging. It's definitely a challenging adventure. Trying to get, it's hard enough to get 2 people to like each other. Then you got 3 people to like each other. And then you now add 4 people.
Look, couples go out with other couples and they're like, she's great, I hate to fuck, or vice versa. It's just from that, forgetting the sex side of it.
Yeah.
So you get that. There's a site, actually it's worldwide, but we live in New York. It's called SLS, Swing Lifestyles. Reputable, easy to find, this, that, and the other thing. So online, we went through for couples and seemed like this, seemed like that. We had a history beforehand of if we liked someone, if we found a woman or a guy, they'd come to our house. We'd hang out in the living room, talk for a half hour, an hour. If we're on the same page, let's go upstairs. Worked well. So we did the same thing with the couple. So we found the couple, seemed nice, emailed a couple of times, talked on the phone a couple of times, come on over to the house. So they come over, good-looking couple, seemed fine. We talked for about, I guess, an hour.
Okay, before you do the transition, I want to back you up a little bit.
Okay.
So, what were some of the things that you were looking for in a couple dynamic versus a threesome dynamic? So now that you're starting doing the vetting process here. Like, what were some of the things that were different for you guys?
Good. No, actually, very good point. We are not the average. We're not swingers. We are opportunists.
Okay.
We consider ourselves one openly monogamous, which means we play with others, but always together. Mm-hmm. I mean, to swing life is 1,000 different ways of doing it. This is how we choose to do it. Secondly, I'm spoiled sexually. I have 0 fantasies left. There's nothing that I want to do that I haven't done. My wife is just awesome, and together we fit well. So we decided that we're not looking for better sex, because if I just want better sex, I already have it. So we're looking for just fun. So laughing was important to us. Not so much. There are couples in swing life who just want to, how you doing? Let's fuck. Thank you very much. See you later. That's kind of not us. And again, no right or wrong. Just you have to decide who are you and why you're doing it. So for us, it's giggles. Let's meet some friends who just like to fuck, as opposed to people who like to fuck and not talk to anymore. So that was kind of a big one. So when we talk to people with the emails and the text, was it kind of light? Was the person not really just honed in on what kind of boobs does she have? Does she like anal? Just lighten up. It's there. It's okay. So that's to the point of what we were looking for.
Okay.
And a lot of people got knocked out was, and again, it's not right or wrong, but we want to come over and fuck you and leave.
Mm.
Fine, but just not, it's a swing party. That's an orgy. And we've done it. We don't really like that kind of thing.
Well,
So,
and I love, just hold on, I just want to say that I love
okay.
how you keep saying, and this is a really important part for our listeners, I really want you to pay attention to this, is that I love the piece around that you say, there is no right or wrong, this is just what works for us. And I think that's a really important piece of, as a listener going into this, that this is not necessarily right or wrong, this is just what resonates for each individual person who's embarking on this journey, whether it's swinging, ethical non-monogamy, polyamory, whatever you want to talk about. Like, it's all about connecting to who you are and what works for you and finding the right people that connect.
Right. And we found the biggest mistake a lot of people make is they don't know that. Or one says, I want to go left, one says, I want to go right. And you don't do it until you find the middle. And there are a lot of people, we're doing this 13 years now, and we're just a lot more experienced, that they don't get each other. Or they have different wants, and they haven't come to agreement with, let's do this one. My wife and I are extremely fortunate. We decorate the same, and we fuck the same, and sexually. So we're very much on the same page. And we have no problem going and we also have a little thing, which everyone should have. We squeeze, if you go like that. So if we're ever in a situation and one of us is not comfortable, there's no conversation. You squeeze. And that kind of means stop. It's over. After we extricate ourselves from whatever, what was wrong? And then you talk about, it was this, was that, but there's not a question. It's just back it out. You don't start having an argument in front of other people, which people do. You're an asshole. Why'd you just go home and then call me an asshole? It's okay.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love that piece of the squeeze. I always use the safe word.
Okay.
But I love the whole squeeze where you don't have to have the safe word, especially if something's in your mouth.
Well,
can't really talk.
I'm saying hippopotamus with a dick in your mouth, right?
Exactly.
What did you say? I said, what? I said hippopotamus, fucker. Oh, shit, let's go.
Yeah.
It kind of loses the vibe.
It does. So I love that. I love that. Okay, sorry. All right, so you...
No. Okay.
So you got in, you've met the couple, they're at your place.
We met them online. They seemed like they were jovial, and the first aim was not let's go jump on my wife. And because my wife's pictures online, you have pictures and so on, and she's just smoking. I mean, and she's literally the most sensual person on the planet that I know, and you get that vibe from her. So they come to the house, and we're in the den, living room, whatever it is, and we're just bullshitting for about an hour and about life and about this and how do you see this and how experienced you are. He's answering like 95% of the questions. Mm-hmm. And we didn't kind of catch that. Our bed. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while we kind of go, well, how about you? Meaning to her. And she go, oh yeah, I like that. Well, that's okay. But there's sort of no energy. And again, this is our first shot of this. Mm-hmm. And we've never, and all the times with threesomes, there was always boom, boom, boom. Everyone's in. You want to go upstairs? Yeah, come on, let's go do it. There was an energy. There was an enthusiasm. So we didn't have the experience at the time. I mean, now it would never happen. But at the time, and plus our heads would kind of go, it's our first foursome, fuck, let's go do this. So as we weighed things, we probably didn't put enough weight on, maybe it's not working. So we try to make the assumption, well, maybe we're reading it wrong. Let's give it another shot. Let's go another foot. Again, our bad, but it is what it is. So after the hour, we kind of turn to each other. And I look at my wife, and she kind of, it was not. It wasn't jumping up and down. I can't wait to fuck them and so on. But he goes, yeah, let's go. He's got the energy, and she goes, okay, fine. So we go upstairs. Now, as I said, I was raised as a nudist. My wife paints nude women. We have no problem with going to a nude beach.
Okay, hold on for a sec.
Yeah,
there's a huge sound in the background.
That's me getting erect. Okay, it's not me getting erect, it's a train. Okay, I lied.
All right, so go back to that. So we can cut there. All right,
okay, right. All right. So with nudity, when we go to nude beaches all the time, even before we play with anyone. As I said, I was raised as a nudist. My wife paints nude women, so that's not being naked and sexual is two separate worlds. That's a
Yes.
whole good another conversation. So we're naked pretty quickly. So my wife and I are kind of touching each other, and she's on the bed, and the woman she takes her top off. The guy goes, "Oh, I got to go pee." He's naked at the time, but we didn't really get into anything. He says, "Got to go pee." So his wife is sitting on the bed like this. She's got her bottoms on, her top is off, and she's like this. And we go,
Oh.
exactly. So we said to her, kind of low, "You okay?" She goes, "I don't want to do this."
Oh no.
Fuck. I said, "Why are you here?" He goes, "Well, he wants to do it. And it's not going so well, and he really wants to do it. And I thought I'd give it a shot. And you guys are the first time I've done this, but I don't think I really I don't want to. I'll do it to make him happy. I go, I'm not going to do that.
No.
My wife and I both said no. There's no way on the planet that
Mhm.
we're going to do anything that makes you uncomfortable. Well, maybe I said maybe not. I said, no.
Not without negotiation and consent beforehand.
Well, that goes with the ongoing conflict between my brains, because that's just not right, Horatio. My penis goes, "Come on, give it a shot." Penis, shut the fuck up. You have no say here. Your
Yeah.
brain says no. Okay. And my wife and I were just total 1,000%. There's no way this is going to happen. But she
Mhm.
said, "But don't tell him. Don't tell him I want to be mad." So what do you do? So my wife and I look at each other. How do we back out of this without going, your wife doesn't want to fuck us?
Yeah.
So it was a couple of minutes. We're talking to her, just trying to talk her off the roof because she was very upset. And I said, "That's it. There's nothing going on. And if you want to put your top on now, just do it instantly." I said, "I will handle the rest. It's okay. I'll be the asshole, whatever it may be. Just do it." And she goes, "Thank you." And she puts her top back on. And then we just start giggling about shit. So he comes out, and the husband's, "Oh, what are you guys laughing about?" "Oh, we were talking about the time we went to who knows what, and just made some shit."
Mhm.
And then I said, "I've got to apologize." He goes, "Why?" I go, "I fucked up. This is just not," I said, "It's me." I said, "It's purely me. I'm just not comfortable having my wife be with another man." I just made some shit up. And having my wife be with another man, I am really not ready for this. It's totally me. I totally fucked up. Your wife is smoking hot, and I would love to have sex, but I can't handle you having sex with her, and it's all on me. And I apologize, and maybe some other day we'll have dinner and try it again. But you guys probably should just leave." And he was actually not too bad. He goes, "Why don't you just give it a shot and see how it goes?" I said, No. I said, I can't. And he tried 2 or 3 more times. He goes, how my wife just blows you?" And that kind of, and I said, I just can't. And I said, "I'm sorry. And we have dinner. I'll buy you dinner sometime." And it's all. And we went through that 3 or 4 minutes, and they finally get it. He goes, "Okay." And they left. Oh, shit. Knocked over the microphone. Uh, I get so excited.
You got so
Uh,
excited, flailing around.
New Yorkers kind of go like this. You know what I mean? Up and down. We went this big. How big are you? This big. Uh, where were we? Okay. No. So then after that, and he left. And the wife, we texted her a little bit afterward, and I said, "You just got to talk to him. I mean, it's inconceivable to me. We just couldn't kind of relate because it's so not who we are.
Yeah.
But we found out over the years, it's super common,
Yes.
extremely common, that one is doing it for the other,
Yes.
whatever it may be. And then not necessarily the woman doing it for the man. Sometimes we find guys who,
Yeah.
and our education was to be able to weed them out quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably our worst situation. I think we had one more little like that only because he just jumped on my wife before he even said hello. And the rest of them are pretty good.
So, how did you guys feel? Like after they left, how did you guys feel about that experience? Like your exchange with each other after?
Oh, we said we have to pay attention more when we're talking to people downstairs. And what we started to do after that, we said, when you're in the house, this was a big change we made. If you're in the house and the bedroom is upstairs, it's a lot easier to say, "Yeah, let's give it a shot." That's almost a default. It has to be really bad not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided from now on, we meet people in a restaurant around the corner. There's a nice place we go to and so on. And there we have this, we have these signals. So if we're having dinner or just having drinks, whatever it is, if one of us turns the spoon upside down, that means forget about it.
Nice. And then how do you exit out of the scene?
Oh, you guys are great, and it's nice. And the good ones go, once you come back to the house, we're around the corner. And we've done that. And the ones that are just not there, some maturity. When I was a kid in high school, I was not that popular. I didn't date that much. But when I did date, if I didn't want to see somebody again, I just ghosted them. And I hated me for that. It was disgusting. It was pussy. It was weak. It was everything. And then I got married early. And I said to myself, if for some reason I'm ever in the future dating, whatever, I will tell anyone on the planet, thank you, but it's just not working. It's me.
Yeah.
This goes back to my high school days. So now, by and large, if we're with some people, I will, and it makes me feel better rather than just bullshit. Oh, we have to get together again, then ghost them. Come on, at some point, just say shit.
Yeah.
It's not that we're so wonderful and they suck. It's just not working.
Yeah.
So now 99% of the time we'll say, you know something, you guys are wonderful, but sexually I don't think it works. And if we like them, sometimes we like them socially, but maybe not sexually.
Yeah.
You want to go to the beach, you want to have dinner, we'll do that. And but I'll say it then. But it's not the pressure of being in the living room with the bedroom just sitting upstairs.
Yes.
Because sometimes even my wife and I kind of go, yeah, well, fuck them anyhow. No. It's not who we are. It's easy to kind of forget your original MO, your original motivation.
Yes.
Because you like sex, I like sex. So what's wrong? We talk about what's so bad about just fucking someone for fun. We kind of go, maybe, but nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that experience of realizing what you guys needed to do differently, how did it make you feel in the fact that you had to, that you covered for the wife, that you took it on, that the guy was still trying to be pushy? Like what did you feel about in that moment? Like what was that experience like for you?
Well, I hate saying being a New Yorker, but being a New Yorker, born and bred, assholes are assholes. They're all over the place. My skin is really thick. I expect almost the worst from people rather than the best from people, which whether it's good or bad, it's just real life. I'm in the midst of 9 million people who, 8 million are just assholes. So nothing shocks me, nothing bothers me. I was raised to just take care of myself. I mean, in a good sense, but just speak for yourself. It's okay. Don't let anyone get you into a situation you don't want to be in. Doesn't mean you have to be an asshole and tell them to go fuck himself. So you can say it nicely. So we weren't bothered. It was sad in that we were sad for her. That it's just, but we found that over the years, it's not uncommon.
Yes.
And we've become, it's funny, and being mature, we go away to notifications a whole lot and so on. And even online, people get to know us. And we become and because of my book and everything else, people actually ask for advice. And we tell them straight out. We have a lot of newbies, a lot of 25, 35-year-olds just love us. They'll just talk straight to you. If you're going to do it, and if it works, it's wonderful. And if it doesn't work, it'll crush you. And here's what you got to be aware of. So again, to us, it wasn't a shock. I can't believe that happened. It was sad.
Yeah.
We felt good that we could easily put her into a situation. Then I would have felt like a total asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, that I couldn't live with. We had sex anyhow, so it wasn't like we didn't get laid.
Yeah.
So does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to lean in a little bit more because for the audience who've never been in the world of swinging and, group sex and that kind of stuff, they might have been, what? Why would somebody put somebody else in that situation? And so I wanted just to kind of give a little bit of a, leaning in a little bit more about what it was like for you guys. And you stepped up really beautifully in this amazing way to kind of help save face for her so that she didn't get the brunt of the pressure. But unfortunately in that world, like you said, it's far too common about taking one for the team.
That's exactly. But if you think about real life, forgetting sex, I don't want to go to dinner at that place. I want to go. Someone goes, fine, I'll go. And they're really not happy. I mean, it's your everyday life. And why is it so important that I go to that restaurant and you hate it? Why can't we find so people have experience with that concept at different
Yes.
levels, at different ways. And
Yes.
to me, if that's your relationship, it's not really a good relationship. You got to think that one over. I mean, there's nowhere on the planet. Again, my wife and I are fortunate, and we kind of know we're not average with what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on any level, we plant flowers. We will not plant flowers that the other one hates. I mean, just that's why. And if you have that base, it just follows through in anything you do.
Yes.
So that's
I love, and that's beautiful. I love that correlation, you know, so that our audience can look, like, really look into that. Like, you know, are you forced to go hang out with the relatives? Are you forced to go to that restaurant that you hate? Are you
yeah.
forced to use that stupid towel that in the bathroom?
I mean, there is an in between ground. I get it. And sometimes there are obligations. You say with the relative. So again, we're just fortunate. Everyone, we're in happy land. Everyone loves everyone. But you don't have that, and you don't want to go to that mother-in-law because she's an asshole. But you know something? You have to go. I get that. That's a little different. It's a family obligation. Just suck it up and shut up and go. Either way, I get that. But the things that are random and arbitrary, find the middle ground. But it's that's the base. If you can't do that, don't start swinging.
No,
And
no.
if you're gonna swing, you talk weeks about it. What's your expectations? Why are we doing this? Why is and again, and guys have different mentalities a lot than women. For a guy, there was a skit on Saturday Night Live, which is the best. It describes this totally. Guys in a bar says, "Oh, went out with this new girl. Well, what was she like? Different. Was she good looking? Was she bad looking? Was she just different." I mean, Billy Joel got rid of Christy Brinkley. He wasn't looking for prettier. Different. You can give a guy anything after 6 months, whatever period of time. Different in a guy's mind, and that's to be understood, is major. Not better looking, not a better fuck, not a better. Different is a key to life for a guy. A woman doesn't have that gene or whatever you want to call it. So you got to kind of come to grips with that and understand it. And that, again, doesn't make it bad or good. Understand each other, understand each other's motivations, and figure out, well, we could do this, and I'm happy, you're happy, terrific, we do it. But if you don't have those conversations beforehand, we've had some guys go, hey, we've never done this before, you guys want to fuck us? So, whoa, why? And then you go through this conversation, and actually we had some really nice drinks over just the why, and never got any further.
Yeah. Okay, so what would be the one piece of advice that you would give to the audience, to leave the audience with?
From a high level, playing with others, any way you want to do it, gives your love life diversity. Major plus. Other than being with someone for 20, 30, 40 years. Major plus. Major minus is you don't talk about how you're going to get there. So if you could swing it, no pun intended. Yeah, pun intended. For us, again, and what it takes away, why on the fucking planet would I cheat? I give you a moron to cheat. I have no reason to cheat. I've got everything I want. I have my wife who I love with all my heart. I could look at her and just cry. So I have the emotional side, I've got the friend side. And from the sexual side, granted, if we had just sex with the two of us, 3 times a week, same position, whatever it may be, it gets a little something for both of us. And you throw something else in the mix. And it doesn't mean you have to do it every week. Do it once, whatever. If you do it opportunistically, but you don't go into it without discussing. Here's why we're doing it. Here's what we expect to do it. Here's our rules. And the rules come down to there's no kissing, there's no penetration. There's a billion rules, and I don't care what your rules are, just the rules have to be the same. Mm-hmm. And I highly suggest if you're doing this, you baby steps. You don't go fuck someone on the first date. You do what's called soft swap. So actually, with my first girlfriend before my wife, we did watching each other. We were on bed together with another couple. No interaction. Just we were having sex here, the other couple had sex here, just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then you go, maybe there's a little cross touching. And then there's soft swap, meaning everything but penetration. And work your way up. Don't go, let's go fuck someone the first time you've tried this, because it'll blow you out of the water.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
But people, you don't get it. You go, I have no problem fucking them. Let's go do it. And there's jealousy.
All sorts of shit. gong show of clusterfuck happens when
Yeah,
when you jump into something that you have not psychologically, emotionally
right.
prepared for. Absolutely. Okay. So because I want to honor our time, so I want to give you an opportunity to talk about how can people spend more time with you and get to, hang out with you more? What are the ways in which you're out in the world?
I got 15 other stories.
I know you do.
Five women and me. That's who. Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
tell us about how, on a professional level, how can people spend some time with you?
Well, I wrote a book because someone had to write it called My Penis is a Dick, The Ongoing Conflict. Mm-hmm. And it's easy there are 55 situations that every guy on the planet knows at least 45. You're going to read it and kind of go, uh-huh. For example, the first time you found out that you could actually come, I was 12, give or take. I didn't leave the house for 2 days. I must have jerked off 15, 20 times. It was like, holy shit, look at what this can do. So there's things like that in there. And when we all think that we're so different, and you're going to see that these are my stories, you've got your stories, every guy did it. And it's important to know, number one, we're not weird. Number two, it's nature. The reason nature wants you to get an erection. Otherwise, there'll be no kids. What you do with that erection makes you a good person or an asshole. And that's the part of it. And someone reads, the website is mypenisisaddick.com or mpiad.com. It kind of explains where we're coming from. The Me Too movement got me to do this, is that we're assholes because we have an erection. We're not an asshole because we have an erection. I'm a man. I'm a natural type. Now, if I take my erection and impose it upon you, then I'm an asshole.
Yes.
So women should read this. I read vagina monologues. I don't have a vagina. I want to know where you're coming from. What makes you think, why do you do what you do, and so on. So the book has that saying, it's funny as shit. As I said, it's relatable as shit. And the situation, the guys will go, but if women read it, they go, that's what he was thinking. That's why this, that's why that. Whiskey dick, you drank too much, you can't get it up. Okay. And the conflict of my brain says, like I told you the situation with the woman, my brain saying, leave her alone, your dick's going. That's why it's the ongoing conflict. But this going, just fuck her once, come on, what's the big deal? And it's that conflict. 90% of the time, the dick wins. But that is it. It's on Amazon, and My Penis is a Dick, or MPIAD. Got great T-shirts. I have My Penis is a Dick, and there's Horatio and the yes/no on it. The yes/no is the brain saying yes, and the penis saying no. There are shirts if you don't want to walk down Fifth Avenue with My Penis is a Dick. It doesn't have the top on, but it has the Horatio on it, which gets lots of fun questions. My email is on there. I will answer any email about any subject, about anything on the planet. We have, if you can think of it, we have experience with it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
That help? Men, women, whatever.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for being on the show and sharing your experience. Thanks for writing that book. I'm excited to go get a copy of it and go read it.
Awesome. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram, Horatio Stema.
Beautiful. And all of Horatio's stuff will be in the show notes, so you can have access to him with easy clicks. Easy. We're all about the easy.
Easy.
So thanks for being on the show, and have a great day. And
you too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And for the audience, make sure you go check out Tickle.life's podcast on all the wonderful platforms, as well as don't forget to go visit Tickle.life. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.
Take care. Bye-bye.